I understand that you may have been seeing some other people in addition to me. And the reason that I haven't provided
Well, those are rumors. Well, maybe you should have been obligated to your wife whenever you were having an affair with me.
Ooh, wasn't expecting that much tea this morning.
Today, we're going to look at a child support case filed by Rachel against her ex-husband, Terry. Now, Terry is all for child support, but he remains adamant on one condition, which put the judge in a difficult spot in the hearing.
Okay, Miss Canada, all right. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I'm seeking child support and back pay from this man.
Oh, how lovely. Referring to him as this man really screams maturity and deep affection. That even left the judge impressed.
Just straightforward, that's what I like. Just get right into it. How old is the child?
The child is now 3 years old.
3 years old.
And I have not received any child support.
In 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, 3 whole years without child support from the man? What a plot twist. Well, I'm sure he's just been too busy with whatever he was doing to bother with someone who hates him this much.
All right. Sir, is there a reason you haven't given her any child support in the past 3 years?
Yes, ma'am, there is.
What is that?
We've been discussing the paternity obligation.
Okay.
Wow, he looks the absolute opposite of the woman sitting across from him. Not so flared up and definitely not ready to eat her head off. Plus, the argument he brought also has a legitimate concern tied to his defense.
Under the circumstances, I don't think I was the only person having a fling with Rocky at the time that she and I had that time together.
Whoa, now that's interesting. Who said she was the only one aiming for the jugular? Terry admitted to having a fling with Rachel, but he also took her down along with him.
Excuse me? Are you implying something?
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I understand that you may have been seeing some other people in addition to me. And the reason that I haven't...
Well, 2 minutes into the case, and we can already see the nerve popping out of the missus' head. And why wouldn't that be the case? Those revelations are really brutal and a critical hit to someone who's fighting a child support battle.
Well, those are rumors.
I understand
First of
that.
all.
I understand that.
Second
But
of
you
all-
haven't complied with my request for DNA test either, and that's my key. Is that if I have an obligation, I like to make sure it is my obligation and not the obligation of some other father.
Now, we all know that Terry is not wrong for asking what he is, right? Especially if his allegations are true. But Rachel did not go down that easily and decided to strike back.
Well, maybe you should have been obligated to your wife whenever you were having an affair with me.
You're right about that. And honest
So
truth is
you are
that,
admitting that you're married?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Well. Thought he could sneak an affair past his wife, did he? Now here he is, tangled in the ultimate mess. Cheating, a secret child, and a courtroom showdown. Truly a masterclass in having it all, just not in the way he planned.
And I've told her. I've told her that we had this fling.
You didn't
told
tell
your
me you
wife
were
that?
married until after.
That's correct. That's correct. I did not tell you.
I'm sorry, I won't disrupt you guys anymore. Go ahead.
Even the judge looked entertained, like they've seen this same tired cheating drama play out 100 times before. Honestly, these two needed a therapist way more than a courtroom. Might have saved everyone the headache.
So, from my perspective, Your Honor, I certainly understand the situation. I'm not trying to be hard-hearted, so to speak, about this, but I think that there's some other questions that need to be answered before we agree on paying any kind of support, because at this point, we haven't confirmed whose child this is.
Given Judge Von DeBee's track record with child support cases, this one was practically a done deal for Terry.
Okay, well, I definitely have some questions too, but I don't think they have anything to do with child support. It's more about you guys' backstory, but that has nothing to do with me.
At this rate, the judge might as well have grabbed some popcorn. Who knew courtrooms could double as live soap operas?
Has this man taken a DNA test at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did he sign anything at the hospital
No, he wasn't
acknowledging that he was the father? Okay.
Did Rachel really think the judge was just gonna roll out the red carpet and hand her child support from Terry, despite her being lawfully obligated to have a DNA test the whole time? If she really thought that was going to be the case, she couldn't have been more wrong.
Does have a valid point. Before we can actually place him on child support, he either has to accept parentage, which, according to what I'm hearing, you're really not accepting it.
He's in denial about his affair and doesn't want his wife to find out.
First, she hauled a guy into court for child support, even though his name wasn't on a single piece of paperwork. Then she spun a tale about him dodging payments just to keep his wife in the dark? Yeah, talk about being a few steps behind in the race.
My wife knows.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
right.
knows now.
He's lying.
You told her?
I would have heard from her by now. I work with him, ma'am.
Oh. At the welding place?
I'm a receptionist there. That's how we met.
You're her direct manager. Oh, okay. Ooh, wasn't expecting that much tea this morning. So,
A receptionist and her manager are locked in a courtroom showdown over a child from their secret affair. Less romance, more office politics, and absolutely no dignity left in sight. And Judge Vonda is clearly enjoying it.
he's entitled to a DNA test.
Sure.
Okay, so before we can move forward with anything in terms of child support, looking at your financial documents you provided, he first needs to get a DNA test.
Called it. Judge Vonda stuck to logic. No wild claims, no theatrics. A DNA test will settle this once and for all.
If he's not the father, you are more than welcome to bring back as many people as necessary. I'm not implying by any means that what he's saying is true.
Right, he's
but
definitely
if he's
the
not
father.
the father, you can bring back as many people as necessary to get DNA testing, and we actually find the father and place him on child support.
Well, at least she's got backup plans. And just to be clear, we're not implying anything like Judge Vonda. Maybe she's telling the truth, maybe not.
Well, I know who it is, so that's not necessary, but thank you.
Okay. Is there anything further?
Your Honor, can we get your assistance in having this thing compelled so that we can get this DNA testing done expeditiously?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Judging by how fast he was pushing things, he must have been pretty convinced those rumors were true.
And it will be done through the Attorney General's office.
Okay.
Because they are actually on site in the courtroom, and it will be in the courthouse rather. And it will be much easier and free to you all to go ahead and use their resource.
Who would have thought? It's almost like verifying paternity before demanding child support just makes sense.
Rocky,
You're welcome.
if I have obligations here, I'll stand behind them.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge Vonda B made the right call. Terry got a DNA test to settle this once and for all, and the results really went in his favor, as he was not the father. Quite unlucky for Rachel, who'll be finding new prey to feed upon.